Hello everyone. The book that I've selected to use during the semester is entitled My World Social Studies Building Communities. So as I'm flipping through the book to the table of contents, we have the table of contents is found on 2 different pages, and there's a total of 8 different chapters within the book. And I've selected this book because social studies and history has always been my favorite type of subject. And this book can be used for grades 2 through 4th grade. So next I'm moving to my non-mentor text that I've selected. The first mentor text is entitled Poetry Social Studies for All. So this book just has pretty much poems found within it. As I was doing my research, I found different poems. One poem was entitled Natural Resources and Maps. Just something fun for the kids who loves poetry. My next book that I selected was What Are Different Types of Communities? In this book, students are able to learn and find out the differences between urban, rural, and suburban communities. They can also find out important information about how communities are formed and what different components make up a community. The next book I have that I selected was Places in My Community. This book is giving us description about different places that's found within communities. Students are also able to figure out why these type of places were created in a specific community, and also different places that are found within communities. Okay, so the next mentor text I selected was My Community, a comprehensive unit on communities. So I found this really interesting because students can actually do activities after reading each section of this book. It's broken up into different sections, and for example, students can learn about the different types of communities as well in this book, different leaders and what a leader takes for in a community, and the different ways that we can help our communities on a daily basis. And as mentioned before, there are different activities found within this book, such as word sorting and also record sheet. Like you can have a specific topic found within the book, and then students are able to record their opinion and their ideas about what they've read. The next mentor text is entitled Sending Messages. I found this to be really cool because as I was doing my research as well on this book, I remember a teacher used the A through Z website to find books for certain topics and certain content areas within the classroom. This book is just giving us a brief description about how technology has evolved over the years and how communication continues to evolve on a daily basis. Okay, just bear with me. My next book that I selected was Earth, Land, and Water. This book allows students to learn about the different types of bodies and landforms found within Earth and on Earth. And the book is full of different pictures and descriptions of each body of water and landform. The next book that I selected was Industrial Revolution for Kids, The People and Technology That Changed the World. This book gives us an example of different technologies that have changed throughout the years. For example, the train, cars, and also technology and different inventors who created the inventions. The next book that I selected is entitled How the Earth Gets Its Shape. As you can see from the title, the book is pretty much about the different components and how Earth changes on a daily basis and which components gives it its shape. And the last book that I've selected was about George Washington, who was our first known president The book is entitled George Washington, Things That You May Not Know About Him. George Washington, as we all know, was our first president, and this specific book here mentions different contributions that he gave to form our nation. We also learned about, like his birthday and when he died. And also students can see what type of ideas that he brought to the table to create America and to make America great, and like the different forms of government that he used. Okay, so next I'm going to move over to my strategies. The first strategy that I used is known as the KWL chart. As we all know, it's broken up into 3 different components. The K is for what we know, the W is what I want to know, and the L is learn information. Students will just have to jot down their ideas or what they feel like is important for the know. And then for what I want to know, they can ask questions and just things that they feel that it's important that they would like to know more about, with different subjects or even concepts being discussed in class. And then the L is for learned information. What did they learn from the story or from a passage? Okay. The second strategy that I created was a flip chart. So what I did was I just went ahead and created my own flip chart so you can actually see what a student would do to create one. So I put chapter 2, which I'm using this strategy for chapter 2 in the textbook. And what I did was I listed the main idea, which I did an example of bodies of water. So I'm going to open it up, and there's an example of there's a definition for rivers and oceans. And as you can see with oceans, I took it a step further because I added examples of the different types of oceans that are found across the globe: the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and the Southern. And then if students wanted to, they could draw like a brief picture of each. That's my flip chart. The next strategy that I've used is the magnet summary. So as you can see, the first step is to pick your main idea, which is called the magnet word. The magnet word in this case is technology. And the surrounding words are detailed words associated with technology. So we have iPad, computers, ebooks, cell phones, Apple Watches. And then I also did like a step-by-step on what you would do here. The next step is creating a sentence using the magnet word listed. So here, for an example, I use technology is being implemented in classrooms across America. And then down here, I showed a brief on how you do it. So it's sentence using word. I hope you guys really have enjoyed my quick video about my book, my mentor text, and also my strategies listed. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.